this is Bernadette Barba, formerly Guzman, and I have been in real estate since 2005. I'm also a certified legal document preparer. My passion is helping people out, the community out, people who don't even see the possibility of home buying. Maybe they've been through a bad divorce, maybe it's been a foreclosure situation, and they don't even want to think about buying a home because of credit situations. And because of that, I say, come, call me, I want to help you. And if that means you can't buy now, I'm going to stay with you, whether it's 6 months, a year, 2 years down the road. One, because I'm going to provide you education. I'm going to teach you how to become a responsible borrower again. And two, get you to a position where you will be buying again, as long as you stick to my plan. My daughter, who's 13 now, had pretty severe medical issues. Severe enough that she was in the hospital many, many nights that turned into weeks and turned into 2 months. You know, when I had Sarah, I didn't even realize the capacity, or the magnitude rather, of everything that she was going to go through. And we learned at 2 years old that Sarah suffers from a connective tissue disorder. And we didn't realize what that meant. I didn't know what that meant, except that we were very, very lucky that Sarah still had her eyesight. Many children that are born with Stickler's syndrome are born blind. And Sarah has 20/20 vision with eyeglasses. Without eyeglasses, however, Sarah is very, very much severely nearsighted. But there was a point in her bedroom, I'll never forget, she had a trach, she had just had a craniotomy, and she had a surgery in her mouth. And I remember, and a heart monitor, and I remember laying down there and I said, okay, God, you've given me a lot, and that's okay. I said, but that's it, I don't want to do anymore. And every time that I say that, there's just a little bit more that he adds on, that he says, no, you got this, and a little bit more, and a little bit more. And as a result, she teaches me a lot, because she still smiles and she hardly ever complains. And for me, I think to myself, with just the eyesight and knowing that your child doesn't see as well as you do, it really, when people say puts things in perspective, it really does. I can talk now without crying because of Sarah's problems. Before I couldn't even, I was just like, I would just think of it and it would just start to flow. And for me, I just feel like if I speak that over my situation, then I'll allow that in my universe. And so therefore I speak power into her diagnosis. For sure. She's my only one.
Now, do you see yourself having kids in the future?
Yes, but I'm too scared to. The lessons that personal tragedy, what I consider was a tragedy, has put things in perspective in my business, because what it allowed me to do is to shift all of that energy into knowing that I was going to be able to make something of myself. And for sure, at that point in time, I was able to make decisions in my career that allowed me to be where I'm at today, and know that all of that suffering, all of those nights weren't going to be in vain. And they aren't in vain. I found another level of peace after marrying my husband, Miguel. And that was very surprising to me. It was a void I never knew I had. And that peace that I have has allowed me to catapult on a whole nother level at work. And with my daughter, and my daughter's a different person because of the unification of us three eating dinner together, and possibly her seeing her mom a little bit more, just maybe a little bit more calm. she's a different little girl because of it. And so I'm happy because of it. My dad told me one day, and I came from a good place, I just don't think he understood the magnitude of what that statement meant. And he says, Mija, there's so many of us that work really hard and we want a good life for our kids. He goes, but just remember this and you'll be okay. It's not like you're ever going to be the President of the United States. He said that. So as long as you know that, you'll be all right. And that has resonated with me on such another level that for me, now that I'm hitting these milestones, I feel like, wow, in my mind, I could write a book. Because in my world, the world that I allowed myself to live in for all these years, if someone would have ever said to me, Bernadette, you are in 5 years going to have accomplished this, I would have looked at them like they were a green alien. The magnitude of that empowerment really came, truth be told, when I came to AZ & Associates. There's nothing that I could say or feelings that I could give to show being around the people that I'm around, seeing the boundaries that are pushed and exceeded by everyone around me. That would not have happened at my home office or in a cubicle where I have been in the past. I love working. At the end of the day, knowing that I've put in a hard day's work, whether that means 6 hours, 10, 14 hours, I enjoy what I'm doing. Having worked with attorneys, I think just knowing the legal pitfalls that can happen from maybe a negligent contract or not really understanding what could happen as a result of decisions being made hastily, I'm able to look into the future and really write a nice contract, one that protects all parties, including my clients who need to be protected from the beginning to the end and well far beyond the close of a home. A 2015 Harley Street Glide 130 series Burgundy.
So how did you feel when you ended up buying that yourself?
I love my Harley.